You see, if you know who you are, you can order him to pay the charges. And he does. He has to get out his checkbook, trust me. But you're going to have to beware of the traps, because all the court officials know the rules and will all play the game to intimidate us, threaten us, and coerce us into playing their game. If we don't, they have to pay, and they don't like paying. They want us to pay. The moment that we stand up to the judge, he pushes a button with his foot that alerts all the court staff. Now, the lawyers in the court will all turn around and they will mock us and try and intimidate us. They'll all laugh and go, ha, 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 what's he on? Rah, rah, rah. They all know the games. And I was told this by a lawyer, because after he passed his, he was a mate of mine, and after he passed all his bar exams, he had to go and sit for 6 weeks and learn all the details of how to talk to the judge without us knowing that they were passing coded messages, and how to, how to run the court properly. Okay, now the next thing that will happen is that the security and police will rush into the court and stand real close to us, trying to intimidate us. They come in and they must try and intimidate us, because they must get us to back down. Otherwise, they're going to get found out. So they all play the game. Now, you've got 3 shots. And in most cases, the first time you question or refuse to contract with the judge, he will be polite and answer your question, not knowing how far we're going to go. But the second time is when he pushes the button and raises his voice to you and starts to get really nasty towards you. The third time he gets really angry and he yells at you, and by this time all the court officials are all staring at you, intimidating you, and the cops and the security are there giving you a real hard time. Stand your ground, because if you rebut him for the third time, he must vacate the bench. They only get 3 shots, and he must walk out of the bench. And I've had this happen many, many times when I've been in court for myself or for acting for other people. The judge has hopped up and left the court. Back then, I didn't really know what I was doing. I got myself into a lot of trouble. But however, now I do. And here it is, all contained in these 10 commercial maxims. Go online, type into Google the 10 commercial maxims at law, and learn them, okay? Some of them give you the explanations and the Bible references, and when you know these, this is how all commerce operates. Okay, a workman is worthy of his hire. All are equal under the law. In commerce, truth is sovereign. Truth is expressed by means of an affidavit. An unrebutted affidavit stands as the truth in commerce. An unrebutted affidavit becomes the judgment in commerce. A matter must be expressed to be resolved. He who leaves the field of battle first loses by default. Sacrifice is the measure of credibility. A lien or claim can be satisfied only through rebuttal by counter affidavit, point for point, resolution by jury, or payment. Okay, so let's look at the most important ones here when we're in court. 2, all are equal under the law. Now, what I said to you earlier was that you must establish your court. Now, if the judge is equal with you, why can't you establish your own court? The only reason you don't is because you don't know that you are able to establish your own court. Okay, the judge is equal with you, and if you get in first and establish your court and do not give him any standing, then your court prevails. Okay, now what I told you in the previous slide was that the judge will vacate after 3 attempts. So he who leaves the field of battle first loses by default. The reason he's leaving is that he has had 3 shots, and now he has lost the battle, so he leaves the field of battle. Now, this is where these are the ones that we did not know. And so the next part, which is the most important, a matter must be expressed to be resolved. So at this stage, you must say, the judge has left the field of battle and loses by default. I now dismiss all charges. Okay, now you have notified them that the judge has left the field of battle, so he's lost, and you have expressed what you want done. They must follow suit. It's that simple. There are many more traps, and these are just a few of them, because I'm trying to keep these videos short. But just remember that the moment you ask the judge for anything, you have conceded your sovereign status. Okay? Do not give him anything. He will then establish his court. And if you don't ask, you will not get it. Hope this helps, and you have a bit more standing in court from here on.